Hello, friends. So we did the jailer last night. Heroic jailer, fated, success. It took us something like 7 pulls or something, roughly. Um, the biggest thing that we ran into was finding out the timing for the soaks. That is really kind of the make or break. I mean, the fight's still the same. The fight really doesn't feel any harder. At this point, you've had 2 full weeks of Season 4, so you've got gear behind you from 2 more raids and doing keys and everything. So I'm actually low eye level compared to a lot of people. I think I'm like 287 right now. But the fight itself, easy peasy, no big deal. The biggest issue is the timing of the soaks. You have to dispel at the right time and soak them to not conflict with the actual boss mechanics. So, I have the video here. I'm going to cut the volume for a moment on it and let it start rolling.
Enough more people to do everything.
So this video, if you, I literally, when we were doing it, I was recording, we'd wipe, I'd make my sticky note, and I would
And we basically
dispel 1 immediately, dispel 2 after this.
True.
So
What the fuck was that?
go through
That was me.
your stuff,
Yay!
and
That was
you
we had
will
one dead
find
tank.
where you need to push the buttons.
I don't know what the effect
Hold on one
is
second.
on the rest of the fight in that situation, but it worked out really well for phase 2.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
So we killed Dodge for phase 1. That way Ellie can do it all phase 2.
Right at the end of phase 2, don't just jump.
Does this work, Curse?
Sorry, I had a phone call, kids.
Jump up the notch on the left side.
School starts and immediately all of the chaos begins, even for high school. Alright, so you'll see we downloaded this week aura. That is another thing. So when you do your soaks, after they've been dispelled, you got your 3 puddles that you soak.
Jump on the green line.
The timing for jumping in the holes with the bombs is off. We were telling people you need to jump in at like 2 or 3.
Okay, there you go.
It was awful. So if you download this week aura that you just saw on my screen a second ago, and actually I will backtrack for a second so that you can see it again. Jailer bomb timing. So if you get this week aura, you want to jump in. I believe Curse said it was when the line hits the green.
Green line. You jump when it's on the green line.
Jump when it's on the green line. That's what Cortrin just said. So that will help you. We were having a lot of issues with the timing of the bombs after someone would soak the 3 puddles.
Not on the line.
I had one, and I've got to cut the video and post it. I had soaked, I had bombed, and then I'm just kind of like hanging there in the edge, floating in the air, and it was awful. So, I think this is about to be pull. Waiting to see what the people are doing. It was a good fight, though. I liked that we had something extra because they nerfed this so bad that they're just really... It was a really boring fight with all the nerfs they did. So, I have my orb thing, and I actually got my new weapon last night, too, before Jailer. I got my orb out of my weekly, so I'm super stoked on those 2 things. But, alright, so you've got your circles that you want to kind of move out for, and then we're going to get a dispel pretty soon, right after the bomb. This one you dispel immediately. So there's the dispels immediately. Everybody that's not bombing, you need to go jump in your circles. And then we're going to get the tank combo, stack in, and then we're going to get chained and run. No big deal. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, so run. I had the worst time with this. So last season I mained Holy Priest, and this season I'm doing Shaman, and the Riptide is different from Halo, because Halo just has a big circle around you, and Riptide is directional, and it's Alright, so we're gonna get
line of sight, lines,
LOS,
circles,
and then we're gonna end up getting another Dispellable Spark popping in a minute. We want to hold this next one. We do not want to immediately do this one. This one we want to dispel after the tank combo. So we get our tank combo here, and immediately after this is done, we're going to dispel and go soak.
Now.
Go. Bombs are going out.
Chains, get ready to run ahead.
I'm very curious how 10-man might be doing this. They probably only... I wonder if they only have one dispel? I imagine it's that much more difficult.
Bombs.
They've made a lot of these fights a lot harder on smaller groups, which normally I'm in closer to a 10-man group. I'm really excited that we had 17 last night.
Okay. Circles, spark, and then line of sight. So,
yeah,
wait.
I'm gonna kind of hide from
Line of sight.
these. So we're gonna wait. After this LOS, we're
we
gonna
have
dispel
circles
immediately.
and tank
So
combo.
dispels here. Soaks. We asked melee to not try to catch these because of the lines and the circles and stuff. It was, as you see, our health bars were like, ugh. So we asked
Sparks
range
just
to
tried to
focus
kill me.
on those. And we also asked for people, if they knew they had spark, to get closer to melee in general. That way it was in a more compact area.
Get a cursed up.
So we're about to get into phase 2.
Okay.
And
Circles, then creation spark. So we're holding the creation spark until after
here,
the tank
Fortune,
combo.
we're holding the next one.
After line of sight too. Tank combo, line of sight, and then we dispel immediately.
And so somebody dispelled too quickly on this one. This one, the timing is really tight. You see, I've got a little bit left.
Lines in stage 2.
But that one you want to wait until after the LOS. If we dispelled it immediately,
Alright,
that
dodge for
one
yourself.
screwed us over every time.
Okay, circles.
No, dodge, don't.
So
Circles coming. Circles
phase
coming.
2 was great. The
Creation
first
spark
time we
after
did
this.
phase 2, one of our tanks were
5.
dead. And we only ended up with like 2 sparks total. So
Circles
this
and mind
time on
control, yep,
phase
get
2, we were a
Bring the
little
mind
bit
control.
off
Yep.
on what do
Mind
we
control, get
do,
in
where
the
do we
group.
go, how do we make this work. So our phase 2 is a
Get in with
little bit
mind
messy,
control.
to say the absolute least.
Get them. Hard swap. Hard swap.
Alright.
I got
See
him.
us chasing our tank that's doing the
I'm gonna
pillars.
get this one.
And we found going for healers was a little bit easier because of all
Okay,
the things we
circles
were
coming.
doing.
Then creation spark. Mind control in 10.
Watch your step.
So yeah, on these dispels, a lot
Soak.
of them are
Mind
happening.
control, get in. Mind control, get in.
Like we'll get the
Mind
spark
control,
at
get
the
in.
same
Hard
time as
swap
we
to
have
mind control.
the circles that leave a puddle on the ground. So it's really kind of imperative
Okay,
that
good job.
you wait until the circles are in the ground that you want to get out of,
Have a mark on
and
him.
then dispel,
I got him.
because you can't see them. We had one
ready
that
to
we
get Nam up
dispelled
in
at the
6
same
seconds.
time, and it was like, oh, can't see, can't stand, can't do. It was, ugh.
Okay, get Nam up. Okay, creation spark, mind control.
I don't know if we do this one immediately or not.
Just wait, just wait, it's fine. Okay, mind control, get in, then there's going to be circles, and then we can dispel after the circles.
So this one we
Mind
probably
control.
could have dispelled immediately.
Get hard swap.
I would say that. There was timing that we could have done it.
Spells.
Oh, this is where I kill myself. So you see the spark went in on Azeroth and I jumped right in and killed myself. And I was running to my soak.
Okay, we got circles.
I pretty much
That's
was like,
pylon.
fuck it. I'm gonna
Yep.
res. I want this
Creation
kill.
spark. So
It's at
circles, then creation spark.
37%. No, we're at last pylon.
Okay.
Stage 3,
Okay.
woo! So you see, we're at
Alright,
37%.
this is
We're
still
like
probably doable.
pretty much right where
What
we
percent
need
do
to
we want
be
on
to
that
be
for this part?
successful.
It's actually pretty good, 36.
We
Okay.
didn't see a
Not
lot
bad.
of P3 in the previous
So
attempt.
it's not too difficult in this phase. We just wait till
Like really,
after circles to do the dispels.
if you get through phase 1 timing,
I see blue. I'm
you
staying
can
there for a
almost
second.
fudge your way through
Okay,
the phase
watch
2 and 3.
Watch the blue circle. Defiles coming. Get ready. Defiles coming
I
now.
love Defile. Run, bitch, run!
Get out of Defile. Okay.
Alright.
Chains, break them. And then there's going to ever be group soak. Beam
See,
soak.
we're really like
Beam
holding
soak.
off on these
Everybody in the beam.
dispels, but we
Everybody
still
in the
have
beam.
like 16 seconds right now. So
Okay, circles.
Spray.
Circles
you
coming.
have a long
Coin weld.
time before you have to
Coin weld.
dispel, but it can pile up if
Okay,
you
now
don't
there.
get them.
Now put the
Hope
dispels. Okay, interrupt. Get them gripped
So,
in.
so.
Interrupt. Kill ads. Ads are priority.
Special
Interrupt
coming.
out.
And it's really good if you dispel that one while we're all like
Ads are
close
priority. Kill
by
the ads.
because of
Group
the
soak.
ads.
Okay, group
Because
soak.
like
That's a group soak. Get it
everybody's
in.
right
Get it in.
there.
Get it in. Get it in.
Oh, don't stack for
Defile.
it.
Yeah, not the
Danger,
two. You don't
danger.
stack to them. Defile. Get ready to move. Move. Defile. Chains. Get ready to break them.
Help soak.
Oh, soak those.
One behind the boss. Okay, got it. Chains. Uh-oh. Hobby's MC'd. He didn't get healed. Okay,
Oh look,
beam
everybody
soak.
killed Hobby. What? Have you seen my shorts?
coming.
You know
Beam
that
soak. Beam
I
soak.
love killing Hobby. So sad I wasn't close by. More soaking.
Special
We're already
coming.
down to 15%. This is totally doable. All we
Okay,
were
creation
that's all we
spark,
were
then
thinking. We've got
circles. Well,
this.
defile
We've got
first.
this.
So watch out for defile. Then we're doing the dispel after the circles.
Danger, danger.
Danger, danger.
Defile, get out,
Spread.
get out, get out, get out. Okay, circles, coin weld them.
Watch your
Get
step.
out. Get your
Okay, interrupt.
friends.
Adds priority.
Spill them right there.
Okay,
and then
group
go.
soak coming in 5. Kill the ads.
Special coming.
Group soak. Blue circles, group soak.
In.
Do we need to get dispels out?
We,
Help soak.
oh god,
Okay.
I'm going out.
You
Azeroth
didn't
soak,
fall
beam,
for that, but I did it.
beam soak. And then creation spark again.
Help
So
soak.
close. So we won't
Okay,
even bother
defile's
with
coming
this,
in 5.
this one. There's 30 seconds on it.
Get away from
We only have
defile
4%
and then dispel.
health, so yeah, not even gonna
Danger,
bother.
danger.
Okay, get away from defile.
You see my little
Dispels.
floaty thing with my new weapon? I did
Over
not
here.
even realize it at the time.
Break your
And
chains.
then
Special coming.
Good job.
he dies and kills
Oh,
me.
good
God.
fucking job.
We finally killed
So,
the fucking boss.
if
Good
you
job.
Saigon.
get yourself through the timing of phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, totally easy to get through. It really is. So take a minute, make yourself a note that you can keep where you can see it, and tell your healers when to dispel it. That way your people know when to go soak it, and time it out. Easiest fight of all of these faded raids. I was worried we weren't going to get it because I thought we would easily have Sire and Sylvanas the last 2 weeks, and we didn't. We got pretty close, but we still were not there. So I went into jailer like, this isn't gonna happen. It's done. Whatever. We'll have to pug LFR again this week, which is what we've done the last 2 weeks. And I reached out to one of my old friends. Hey, you want to do normal Saturday? You know, because I did not expect this. So, write your timing down. Now you know. You have the sheet. You make your sheet. You write it down. And easy peasy. Everybody kills Heroic Jailer this week. Anyways, that is all I have for this video. I hope you get your kill. For those that have their Jigglesworth Senior, I am super jelly, but I am super happy for you. I'll get it in the next 2 weeks. I'm sad. I want my Skelly Jelly cat so bad, but it's okay. So anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye!